still wearing this. Ooh, let me see them pale shoulders because we don't go outside because quarantine. Hi guys, welcome back to obviously my channel. Today I'm playing around with makeup. Nothing super new, nothing super old either, because honestly I have not done a makeup video on this channel in what seems like kind of maybe like a month or two. So, you know, today is a good enough day as any other day that I have been also doing nothing to film for you guys. Woo! Also in my brows I used the e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's like a brow fiber gel and I think it's in the shade Taupe or maybe even like a blonde shade. I don't know. I was thinking like of like, you know, highlighting the brows kind of thing, but I don't know how it's been. I don't know. I do like it. I just don't know if that color was like a good idea, but also it's not really affecting anything either. So, you know, we're just rolling along. This is the No Poreblem Prime Essence from Touch in Soul. I'm still using it. I'm not quite out yet, but I do still like it. It just makes my skin feel a little serumy and moisturized, especially if, I don't know, my skin is going through it. Like literally I have 5 more pimples than I did last night and like why? I treat you so well. Like I literally had nothing better to do than face mask and skincare, and I've been really focused on skincare, and then it's like my skincare is working great. It's working perfectly. My skin is glowing and flawless, and then it's like, oh hi. Oh hi. Like I can't. I think I'm gonna use the All-Star Colourpop, the Colourpop All-Star Matte and Blur Primer today, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's fine. I don't think it's really anything special. Sorry, Colourpop. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I've been really enjoying this. Oh my gosh, I tried this this little Colourpop No Filter foundation, and like it was given to me by my friend or by my sister-in-law, but like oof. It was one of those foundations that like doesn't stick to your skin and like it doesn't sink in. So I mean, if you like it, that's fine. I'm sorry if I'm like bashing your favorite foundation. But you know, it's one of those foundations that like just, it doesn't stick to your skin, and like literally like you touch it even if you've set it and it like wipes off, and it's quite odd. And like I was like, oh well, maybe I can use it to like mix in with a darker foundation. It just makes the darker foundation that I do like awful. Like it destroys everything it touches. What's been going on with you guys, huh? What you been binging? What you been doing? You know, I've been trying to be somewhat active every day. I know it's like probably super annoying to see people like posting their home workouts all the time, and like I don't want to make anybody feel like they have to like work out or do anything, especially if they're like in like a state of stress or whatever. Like I'm not trying to be like that person who's like, oh my gosh, you need to work out, you need to be doing like 5 art projects at least every day to keep your mind stimulated. Like no. But I mean in general, like as far as like my own personal health and stuff, I've just been trying to work out every day in general. Like I was doing this before the quarantine, but now that I don't know, it's not even that I really went anywhere before it started, but now it's like, well now I really can't go anywhere, so it's a weird push for me to work out more. It's so strange, and it literally makes no sense because I've had no other excuse this entire time. But hey, I mean, it's working, so I've pretty much just been watching a lot of YouTube, watching a lot of Netflix. We watched all of The Witcher. We actually finished that, I think, before the quarantine, before the virus and everything, but that's so good and I can't wait for more. We watched The Mandalorian. That show is amazing. Like, I love Star Wars. I haven't seen all of the new Star Wars movies, like not all of them. I think I've seen the first 2 new ones. I don't know how many there are. But anyway, I don't know, it just had like such a nice like old school Star Wars type of feel to it. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I really recommend that show if you can get Disney Plus. I freaking loved it. My husband and roommate and I have all been watching the new season of Archer, which I guess came out in May, and we just had no idea. Like, I don't know where, like, we were living under a rock. Oh my gosh, we started watching this documentary called Below Zero, I think, and it's on Disney Plus, and it's about people who live in Alaska. And people out there are like different. Like, it's cool to see like people really surviving off the land and like not being afraid of like the cold and the ice, and like, you know, like this one dude is on like his dog sled and he comes across, he's trying to go to town, which is like miles and miles away. He's on his dog sled. He's going down this river or something that's frozen over, and like he runs into like all of this ice that's like all like that, and he's like, well, guess we aren't getting to town for another like couple weeks. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I just, you know, he's just like, you know what, that's how it is. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy to see how people live so differently, and it's really cool and very insightful in a way. Anyway, so we've been watching that. We watched like 2 episodes last night, and I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. It's definitely a different type of show. They get very graphic, actually, which I was not expecting. Like, they really show like when a hunter will kill an animal, like they, you know, will show like the dressing of the animal. So I was not quite prepared for that, but I mean, it was okay. I mean, that's just how they do it. So yeah. But I mean, if you have like little kids or something and they're like sensitive to that, I would just, you know, here's your heads up. Okay. I'm not like a family show critic or anything. I'm just talking to you guys. That was the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, by the way. I'm not really sure like what kind of look I'm actually wanting to do. You guys want to help me out? You know what? We're gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Contour today. This is like, I feel like I've been using this since I started my channel. So I mean, maybe it's expired. I don't know. I've had it for a while. I was watching a bunch of my old, something that actually inspired me to film today was I was watching a bunch of my old videos on my channel, and I'm like, wow, like, I don't know. It's different. It's interesting to like see yourself as like from a viewer's perspective, you know, where you're just like watching somebody to watch them. You're like, I was really trying to like not critique myself while I was watching. I just kind of was wanting to watch to see if I could just enjoy watching my own self, if that makes sense. Like, from the perspective of like a consumer of videos, being like, oh yeah, like she's funny, like I laughed at that part, you know, things like that. I'm really trying to watch it from that perspective, not being like, oh, well, that wasn't funny, like why did I even say that? Or like, she's said the same thing like 500 times and she's running in circles about this product. Like, you know, I'm trying to not look at it from that way. I'm trying to just look at it from like an entertainment aspect, I guess. And it's not like I really consider myself to be like hilarious or anything. I do find myself quite funny at times. But, you know, I'm trying to look at trying to be have a more gentle approach to criticism, my own personal criticism, because we all are our own worst critics at times, and, you know, gotta work on that. Gotta work on that. Because honestly, now is like the biggest time ever for me to, I could either sink way down into my own personal thoughts and like bury myself under them, or I can work on focusing more on building positive thoughts and like keep building higher. But you know, especially being a person who is stuck at home like everybody else, it's definitely easier to really slip into your own thought more, especially if you are alone most of the time, which I am. I don't really mind it. I'm actually grown quite accustomed to being alone. I do of course miss friends, and like I miss I don't know. I mean, I live in an entirely different state now than my family. So it is definitely different, and I've gotten homesick quite a few times, but like not so much recently, which is nice because, you know, you don't want to be like sobbing all the time. Duh. No, just being on my own and finding things that I like to do by myself without like the company of others. Because especially like when you grow up, by the way, this is the blush Stix from Colourpop in the shade Cool It. Because especially like when you are a person like me who grew up homeschooled and a big family, it's definitely, you're super used to having people around all the time to entertain you. You could go bug them. Like, there's all sorts of things that you can do because you have siblings around and you can play with them. It's not that I didn't play by myself when I was a kid. I put so much blush on. That, whew. Got a little carried away. You know, I feel like I actually did a decent amount, but also like I was in so many curricular activities, and overall I'd say like I'm a pretty outgoing social person, which is probably why I excelled at Starbucks. Okay. I don't know. I do think I was pretty good at customer service overall. I mean, that's kind of like the only jobs I've had. But you know, it's definitely a different kind of experience going from, you know, all of that, like being in dance and activities and working in that environment, to currently I'm not working. And, you know, going from all of that into, you know, this, where you're basically home by yourself. I mean, I don't know, it's not like I don't go out, and I have gone to stores and grocery shopped and stuff during this quarantine and everything, so it's not like I'm completely limiting my people stuff. I don't know, I feel like this is going on a super long ramble, but basically I'm gonna stop running in circles and just say, like, I know it's very easy to get into your own head, especially when you live by yourself or are by yourself a lot of the time. So, you know, you gotta catch those thoughts and be like, excuse me, no. Philosophy with Anne. Is that philosophy? Is it? Whatever. Okay. You know, I actually do really like this blush sticks. I haven't used them in quite some time. I realized, and I didn't ever put it in the video that I used this with on the first time. If you use like a little stippling brush, it works way better than just blending it out with your sponge. If you apply too much, then dab it with your sponge, but if you just do a stipple brush, it works so much better. And this is like a little stipple brush from e.l.f. It's like it's literally the e.l.f. stipple brush. So it's super cheap, but yeah, I really like it. I'm gonna take a bit of this powder here, and like, you really don't need that much at all. Just tapping off a lot of the excess. And I already tapped out the creases. I mean, I have creases no matter what. I'm just gently setting under the eyes. Tap out that top crease layer. I don't really go overboard with powder, because I've come to understand that I like a more glowy look, at least if I can. Especially when I worked at Starbucks, I would usually powder my whole face, I think. Maybe not all the time, but especially like up here, I almost always powder anyway. Just because like when you're working at, you know, any job for a lengthy amount of time, and it's not the type of job where you can run into the back or into the bathroom and like powder your nose, you know? So your face is gonna get shiny. In an old video, I used this highlighter and this highlighter, and I layered them on top, and they looked beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that again. If you couldn't tell. This is the Amrezy Anastasia and Amrezy highlight. It's unfortunately limited edition. They brought it back once, and I feel like they're gonna do it again. I don't know when or anything, but it's such a cult favorite type thing that there's no way that they aren't gonna bring it back again. But it's kind of dumb that they don't just keep it around, but also I could totally understand people like buying a backup of it whenever it relaunches, so they're probably getting more sales that way. I see you, Anastasia. And then I took the Colourpop Flexitarian highlight with my finger, and I haven't put on this much highlight in a while. Oh, I forgot about this guy. But yeah, I put it on and then I tapped it out with my fingies. Especially when your skin is like tacky because you haven't set it, it's gonna stick on there, girl. And then I just take a finger, like a clean finger, and I go through and I just tap it out. Make sure there's no super harsh highlighter lines. I'm feeling a yellow kind of look today. So the other day I kind of just did like a super yellow look with like a teeny bit of shimmer, and it was really nice. So probably just gonna do that. And yeah, I'm using the NYX Swear By It palette. Great little palette, 10 out of 10. Right now I'm gonna quickly use some of the Colourpop All-Star Setting Spray just to set all this in place before we do liner. It's definitely a very like wet mist. It's like a chunky mist, you know? Like some parts it's like kind of fine, and then like you're like all of them, yeah. I think once the setting spray kind of dries, I'm gonna be weird maybe. I don't know if this is weird, but I'm gonna like go back in with a blush and like blushing back up because my blush disappeared somehow. Like I don't see it, and it was there. It definitely was. We can all vouch for that, but it's gone now. So now I'm using the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Black Love, and I need to sharpen it. Don't be lazy, guys. Get a little sharpener and just sharpen that baby up real quick, because eye scratches are the worst, and then your eye starts watering, and then your makeup gets ruined, and it's literally all your fault. Speaking from personal experience. Okay, that's better. And now, don't mess up the shadow. Also, don't tug on your eyelid because you'll get creases and wrinkles. But don't do it. Don't do it. Ow! Do you ever just feel like something bites you and like nothing's there? Ugh. There's a lot more bugs around here than there was in Colorado, and like I don't know. I don't do bugs. There is one little spider here that I'm just letting chill. I haven't named him yet. I think I'm gonna name him like Daniel or something. He kills some bugs every now and then like he'll leave their freaking little carcasses and then I sweep them up and I'm like, what the hell, Daniel? Like if you live here, you gotta at least clean up after yourself. You're not paying rent. You know, overall he seems to be okay. If he starts moving around, like if I catch him in other parts of the house, like, get out, you're invading other people's private spaces. There's that little tight line, real cute. Now I'm gonna use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I keep coming back to this liner and I really think that is just one of the best. Like I've never had any problems with it. It's never irritated my eyes. Like I was using the Smashbox one, this one? Yeah. And like it works so well, but then like my sister-in-law got me a backup and I'm so sad because like it, oh, well it's actually like super black now. Like maybe it's because I've been storing it like this for so long. But when I first used it, it was like super dried out and I was like, what the heck, Smashbox? Maybe I'll try using it just because like it's so much easier to have like a pen form. Hello again, my friend. But no, for real, I have been using this pretty much every day. It's such a staple. It's so good. It's like $7. This is a side note, but you should check on Target's website if you go in the store to buy this at any point. Check on their website because I swear every Target I've been into, they're selling this like $2 or $3 more than it sells for online. And if you go to any checkout, you can tell them, if you show them online on the like Target app or whatever, like the actual price, show that it's cheaper, they will discount it for you. That's like a rule they have, I think. So yeah, keep that in mind, and they do it for other stuff too, I'm pretty sure, but like this eyeliner is always like marked up $3 more, and I'm like, I'm not paying $9 because no. Yeah, hacks. Real cute, real cute. I'm gonna throw on some lashes real quick and I'll BRB because this is taking forever and I'm sorry about that. Also, I keep looking in my mirror viewfinder. Also sorry about that. Okay, I'll be back. These are the Eylure Marquise lashes. Will I ever wear a different pair of lashes? I don't know. I've been buying these for like months and months and months now, so you tell me. I just really like them, and you can get a 3-pack and it's like $15, and then you can use like the Ulta coupon. Like, where have you all been? Where have you all been? They're so nice. They're so fluttery. They're not like too dramatic, but they are just enough to like add oomph to any look. I personally wear lashes almost like every day, every time I wear makeup. So for me, like it's a good deal and they last a long time. I can usually make one pair last about 2 weeks maybe, just depends. Sometimes they'll fall apart a little before then, sometimes not. It just, yeah, it really just depends. But yeah, I love them so much. I always feel so pretty when I have them on, honestly, and I really think that they emphasize my eye shape to where they don't like close them down and like make them look smaller, if that makes sense. Like it just works. And then like there's some lashes, I cannot wear a pair of Ardell lashes to save my ass. Like I don't know what it is. They always droop down on me. I think it's because, I'm just gonna be straight up, I have a disorder called trichotillomania. A lot of people actually have it, and I've struggled with it for many years. If you go back into my old videos, you'll see that my eyebrows are like really bad. And I pretty much have like had very limited very, very small amounts of eyelashes to no eyelashes at all. Right now, I'm actually doing like okay. I wouldn't say I'm doing great, but my eyebrows are definitely doing way better than they have been in forever. But yeah, I had some weird eyebrow moments there. But yeah, that is kind of the reason that I can't wear Ardell lashes actually, because like I know if you're like a stan of them, you're gonna be like, what the heck? Here's why. Because at least in my experience, unless I get like the super fancy expensive ones, which I mean, honestly, I feel like these are still a better deal than buying one pair of expensive lashes, if that makes sense. The reason is because whenever you wear Ardell lashes, you typically have to curl your lashes and wear a mascara that will help hold the lashes up, and then you can wear Ardell lashes and it looks amazing and people look flawless. But in my case, I need something with a band that will support the lashes and help them to just stay up normally, like as they are, because I don't have lashes to support the flow up, you know, the flow up and the glow up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're ever, not that, I don't think anybody's ever wondered why doesn't she wear Ardell lashes, but yeah, I've tried them multiple times and they just have never worked. I always go for Eylure or Kiss lashes, like they never let me down. Some specific styles of each brand have disappointed and they leave me droopy and like, they'll sit like here, man. I'm like, hello? But yeah. Eylure and Kiss are usually where it's at for me, or certain different brands, but I don't typically buy other brands just because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay for shipping, and yeah, okay, you get it. Now that that's all out of the way, you have been informed. I encourage you to do your own research on it. A lot more people have it than you would think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this moment, which I think we all know and love. It's the, I don't know, do we love it? Do we hate it? It's the NYX Slip Tease full color lip oil. It's like a blotted lip. It's like the blotted lips from Colourpop, kind of, in the shade Lowkey Decontraction. Oh, that's like a different language. I was like, what? Yeah, it gets rather, it's a rather messy one. There's a pimple right under my lip. Okay. And then you take your finger and you smudge it all around. That's what it's all about. Hot dog. It definitely takes a little finessing, especially if you have smaller lips, which I would say I do. I really don't mind my small lips. They're just what I came with. Now I'm gonna use this product. I haven't used this on camera, I don't think. I just got it. It's the Essence Plumping Nudes Lip Gloss, and it's super cheap, and I actually really like it. I wouldn't say it's plumping, but it's sparkly and pretty and nice, and that's why I like it. So it just smells a little sweet, but it's not like overpowering. Like you really don't notice it. Okay, I think that's it. Wow, what the heck? All right, and it looks like we are at the end of the video, you guys. I know this was super rambly and very random and not super structured. That's kind of how most of my videos go, to be honest. So if you like that sort of thing, be sure to subscribe and stick around. But yeah, that's about all I got for you guys today. So I hope that you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Check out my other social media stuff. I've been a lot more active on there, Instagram specifically. Yeah, but I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.